Live from the 35-yard line. It's Onside Kicking It with Alex P.
Have you hit the panic button yet? If not, go ahead and hit that motherfucker, man. Welcome to Onside Kicking It with Alex P. This is yet another Falcons review with yet another disgruntled and frustrated Falcons fan. I don't know what to say, y'all. The words they're just so frustrating, man. I'm gonna try to keep it together for y'all, man, but they make it so hard, man. Falcons got destroyed in Houston. It started out as a Georgia winning weekend. You got UGA handling their business. Atlanta United handled their business. Georgia State handled their business. Shout out to Georgia State. The Braves handled their business. Everybody was in Georgia was winning. Except for these niggas. Oh, y'all, man. Houston held their homecoming Sunday because the Falcons came into town. Deshaun Watson, the former ball boy, they kept saying that the whole game. Deshaun Watson was a former ball boy. Boy, he handled the Falcons, man. It started out okay. The defense the first drive, they handled their business. 3 and out. So I'm like, okay. The Falcons got something to say. And then it was just floodgates from there, man.
First quarter touchdowns for the Texans. Watson throws. End zone, there it is. Will Fuller.
Good call there, Kenny. This is a heck of a throw by Deshaun.
Houston proceeded to score on every drive after that first drive. Deshaun Watson, boy, was on fire. Deshaun Watson, 28 of 33 for 426 yards. 5 touchdowns. A perfect quarterback rating, bro. Come on, man. Deshaun Watson had as many incompletions as he had touchdowns. Come on, man. Come on. How can a team with so much talent be so bad, yo? At least on the defensive side this time, the defense, I don't understand what was going on. We only have one good player on defense, and that's Grady Jarrett. So the line is just going to concentrate on Grady Jarrett because they know Vic Beasley and Tad McKinley ain't getting no pressure. The Texans came into the game averaging at least 4 sacks. Deshaun Watson was one of the most sacked quarterbacks in the league headed into this matchup against the Falcons. Guess how many times Deshaun Watson was sacked Sunday against the Falcons? If you get 0, you are the grand winner. Deshaun Watson last week was hit 19 times. So even though he didn't get sacked 19 times, he at least got hit 19 times last week. Guess how many times he got hit against the Falcons? At least one. That's crazy, y'all. The Falcons are horrible. And it hurts. This video hurts for me to record, man. These were Houston's drives. Punt, touchdown, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, 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 and then an interception return for a touchdown. Oh. The final score, first of all, let me back up. Halftime, the Falcons led 17-16 at half. The Falcons had a 1-point lead headed into the half.
Texans get the ball first following halftime. Ryan underneath. It is Freeman, and he works his way into the end zone for a Falcons touchdown.
Great play fake, or ball fake, I should say, by Matt Ryan.
They got into a slight rhythm. Their drives for the first half, the Falcons went punt, touchdown, field goal, punt, touchdown. So, you know, the Falcons, they didn't start slow like they normally do. They came to play, at least in the first half. But then they went into the locker room and I don't know what happened between them leaving the locker room, going into the locker room and leaving and coming back to play the third quarter, man. So like I mentioned, they had a 1-point lead going into half. The final score of the game, the Falcons had 32 points. Okay, so not even looking at what the Texans scored, you see the Falcons scored 32. That is actually a season high for the Falcons this year. That's the highest they have scored all season. However, they allowed the Texans to score 53 points. 53 points, y'all. Team mistakes as usual. In the first half, the Falcons only had 1 penalty. Penalties were a big thing that plagued the Falcons throughout the first 4 games. They had 6 in the second half. Come on, man. Big mistakes like kickoffs out of bounds. Matt Bosher, our starting punter, is on IR for the season. He's out for the season. So we have backup Matt Wild. Kickoff out of bounds. One of those drives gave the Texans great field position, and they were able to just march up the field big time. Just bad, y'all. Just bad. And it wasn't even DeAndre Hopkins, y'all. In my picks video, I predicted Deshaun Watson was going to have a big day for DeAndre Hopkins. It wasn't even him. Will Fuller went off. Y'all. Will Fuller. 14 receptions for 217 yards and 3 touchdowns. All career highs, yo.
From the Falcons 33, off the play fake. Watson with loads of time. Fires downfield to the end zone. Touchdown. Second of the first half for Will Fuller. 33 yards.
It's horrible, y'all. If I was Dan Quinn, I would fire the defensive coordinator, which just so happens to be Dan Quinn. That's how bad it's gotten. Arthur Blank said after the game that he will not make any coaching changes as of yet. So he still believes in the team. It's hard for me to believe in the team after that performance. They were just embarrassed, y'all. The defense. The defense is horrible, y'all. Let me give y'all some stats on the defense. The defense allows 384 yards. That's 20th in the NFL. They allow 30.4 points a game, y'all. That's 28th in the league. The Falcons defense only has 5 sacks. And they played 5 games, y'all. It's teams that got double-digit sacks. It's teams that got 20 sacks right now, bro. And the Falcons only got 5 sacks in 5 games. Oh, man. Other team mistakes, like the Falcons defense had 3 forced fumbles and not 1 recovery. Deshaun Watson fumbled the ball, and he was able to pick it up in stride and keep running and get the first down.
Watson can't find anyone. Rolling right. Under pressure. Loses the football. Scoops it up. Takes off. And has a first down inside the 4.
Those type of things, you know the team is doomed. But we was winning at halftime, yo. What the? Houston scored 17 points in the third quarter. And then they scored 20 in the fourth quarter. Do I got anything else to say about these horrible defensive players? It's just Isaiah Oliver is trash. Desmond Trufant, he looking like he trash now. He ain't been the same since his injury. Deion Jones, he a playmaker, but he ain't making plays for whatever reason. Ricardo Allen, I don't know what he doing out there. He ain't been the same since his injury. No pass rush. I know I'm gonna keep saying that. No pass rush. These motherfuckers ain't got no pass rush. They ain't got no pass rush. Vic Beasley. Vic Beasley gonna be the death. Just the whole team gonna be the death of Dan Quinn, but especially Vic Beasley, bro. This. I can't even blame the offense for this loss, y'all. I tried to. Matt Ryan was 32 of 46 for 330 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. He had a pick, but that was at the end of the game. So it was the game was over when he threw that pick. It was long over when he threw that
Producer
pick.
Ron McGuggins, technical director Damon McGavick. Ryan's pass picked off. He was looking for Austin Hooper. And the final exclamation point to Sean Gibson is inside the 20, and he will take it all the way. 77 yards for another Texans touchdown, third score of Gibson.
I can't even get mad at him. I'm still mad that they can't run the ball. They started out with a little bit of balance in that first half, but unfortunately in that second half they got away from it. Interesting stat on that. The Falcons, of all their plays, 72% of their plays all season have been passes. So there is no balance there, yo. There is no balance. The play calling is still weird, too. Devontae Freeman had 11 carries for 30 yards. Ito Smith had 5 carries for 19 yards. It's just they have to do it all in the air. And I'm going to read you the stat line for the receivers. And it's obvious they have to do it in the air. The 2 running backs, since they can't run, they're going to get passes. Devontae Freeman had 5 receptions for 40 yards. Ito Smith had 6 receptions for 45 yards. Then our receivers. Calvin Ridley had 5 for 88 and a touchdown. Austin Hooper had 6 for 56. Mohamed Sanu had 5 receptions for 42 yards and a touchdown. And Julio had 4 receptions for 42 yards. So they had 6 players over 40 yards receiving. So everybody's getting the ball in the air, but these MFers cannot run the ball to save their lives. Matt Ryan was only sacked twice, but he was pressured all day. J.J. Watt brought pressure the whole game, especially in the second half, when it turned into a pass fest for the Falcons, a passing spree for the Falcons.
Weekend in Tampa 2 weeks ago. 3rd down and 3. Ryan wrapped up, gets away, and now is taken down. First was JJ.
So the offense had good. The offense scored 32 points, but it all harkens back to that defense. The Falcons are now 1-4 on the season. Next up, they play Arizona in Arizona. Kyler Murray just got his first win of the season. His stat line, he had 20 passes for 253 yards, 10 rushes for 93 yards. That's the big thing. Kyler Murray ran all over the Bengals. So that means that he's going to try to run all over the Falcons, especially after what Deshaun Watson was able to do. 266 yards as a team in rushing yards for the Cardinals last week. So they're going to be looking to pound the ball with David Johnson as well. So the Falcons, if they fall to 1-5, it's really going to be over. We're going to find out next week, y'all. I'm out. Oh.
Can you break down the Falcons defense this week and what allowed you guys to have so much success, specifically when targeting was falling?
Yeah, I like playing the Falcons, man. They real friendly on defense. They let you do what you want to do. I think one play they actually just spread out and let us run straight through the middle. I was like, y'all don't want to get tighter? They was like, nah, we're going to stay wide. And I was like, okay. You know, they got one of those defenses where you can score down the middle, you can score wide, or you can score down the seams. You pretty much can do whatever you want to against them. Actually, at one point in the game, I started telling people in the crowd to just come here. You know what I'm saying? Whoever want to run routes against the Falcons, I just told them to go wide. You know, just do whatever, really, because they can't stop it.